Welcome to another episode here on my YouTube channel. My name is Tom with the call sign Lima Bravo 6 Quebec Juliet. A while ago, actually 4 or 5 days ago, I got an idea how we can utilize a little bit more artificial intelligence and computer programs into our hobby. And I think I have something here that might actually be useful for a lot of people. At least it is very useful for me. Again, I first started very recently because of a new radio to acquire a stack of QSL cards. So I'm running my own call sign and another call sign here from my shack. But I'm not very good sorting QSL cards, and because there are countries that does not have QSL card sorter service, and there is countries that we don't send QSL cards to yet. I hope it can happen soon. And there might also be some typing error when you were we're writing wrong on the QSL cards and stuff like that. And there are countries that has a very specific sorting order within the countries when you're sending a QSL card to. So I I I figure out if I could make a computer program that will do the job for me, it would be very much easier, and it really is. And I believe I have something at least that is very useful for me, but hopefully very useful for a lot of people. It is an HTML document that you can download from the GitHub repository to your computer and just run it. You don't have to install it. It's basically it works on Windows, Linux, and Mac. And this program version, at least, is specifically designed for Microsoft Edge. But and the sorting part will work in Google Chrome and stuff like that. I have developed a new version, a prototype version number 2, and I explain the difference between them. So it is a very small program. Let me make my window a little bit smaller because now that is in focus. So I have 4 buttons on here plus a input box where I just place call signs that you have been typing on QSL cards. So I have a stack of QSL cards here, and you just take the QSL cards I wrote to, the radio to, and just place it in the enter call sign box. I don't have a good name on that. So let's make a live demonstration test. So I have collected a few Norwegian call signs and a invalid country with a typing error on. So let's there are some famous YouTubers, 2 of them that I do follow, making great videos. So I can just type them in, and everything will be in capital letters. No matter what you're typing in, it will be in capital letters. I can either hit Enter key or I can hit Add QSL card. So let's demonstrate both of them and hit Add. You notice at the end of the call sign you will get a number. For every call sign you enter in the box, you take the number that is given and you write it behind on the backside or somewhere where it's just you know where the number is and just as small as possible. Just don't write a huge number on the back. Now let's put in a couple of more. Morten has a great YouTube channel, go subscribe to him. Then we have the first call sign, Lima Alpha 1 Alpha, and we also have the 100-year anniversary call sign to celebrate 100 years since the first radio contact between America and Norway. And we are also having that call sign. It's really cool. And yes, okay, so I have 4 QSL cards here, and I have a country that does not have a valid QSL card sorter service. I don't want how to call that. And clicking Add QSL, and then I will type in a country that does not exist. So 703GHI and hit add. So what it will do is give messages to when something is wrong. There is a function where it also has something called an excluded country list, and I will talk a little bit about that on why I did it. I'm not happy with it, but I felt it was a little bit necessary, and I explain my reason. And when I can either hit the spacebar on my computer, or I well, that might be a little bit bug. I'll work on that bug. Or I hit, well, I had to refresh the page, which I didn't, but it does work. The spacebar does work. But when I'm hitting submit, it will sort all of the cards you put in there automatically for you, and it takes into consideration of typing errors on the prefix level, but not on the call sign itself. So 70 does not exist as a prefix as far as I understand. Unknown prefix, verify the call sign. So just go back and type it right. And if the H4, that is a valid country, but it does not have a national QSL service and that you can sort, and it cannot be sent via the agency. So you have to do that to the directly. But it gives valid sorting. So what you do is to take out card number 6 and take out card number 5 and just set it aside and do the recommendation that ViewSort has given you. And then you picking up card number 4 that's on top, and then you're picking out card number 3 and just place it under. Then you continue until your entire stack is done. A clear all will remove everything and just refresh everything. It does not refresh the page, but only to refresh the area. So it seems to be that there is a small bug where when you hitting F5 and not without closing the browser, the space key works in there, but it's not supposed to do that. The space key on the keyboard is a function in the program. And it also has a helping function, and in Google Chrome it works a little bit, some odd reason. In Microsoft Edge, it is a synthetic voice that reads everything to you, sort of like an AI assistant in that sense. So this is version 1, and this one is out on GitHub. Now, I've been doing more development. Actually, I'm a little bit tired. I've been working on version number 2. So this one is a little bit special because it has a hidden button. But let's go back to this version. So what I will do is basically I'll just place everything in there again, so we can take a good look on that. There are some functions that I'm still working, but this is a huge improvement. And this is version 2 that I will test for the next couple of weeks. The sorting mechanism is better. This is actually version 2, but it says it has version 1 that is newer, but it is not. When I'm hitting submit, a new button will appear that is called generate PDF. And the help button, that one does work in Microsoft better in Microsoft Edge, but it's still sorting the way thing exactly the same. You take out number 5 from your stack of cards that you typed behind there, just set aside, and then you sort the list accordingly. So when you're having a lot of cards from the same country, you sort of like have to place a band and the receiver country on a label, so it will be easier for the QSL manager and bureaus to just sort and just place the stack where it belongs. This is what this one is for. So this generate PDF generates a list of prefixes that is valid. So we have LA and LB, which is Norwegian, and when I'm opening it up, it will. This one is not done develop on. I'm still working on getting this one in the middle and having a text and some sort and stuff like that. So I'm not done that. And also want to have like a ViewSort, like a brand text logo here for my program. But depending on the stack you're putting in, the PDF file is generated individually every time you're using it. That is how it is done. Everything is happening automatically. And this service does require internet, but the submit to sort does not require. That one is happening locally. So generate PDF, even though it is a PDF from the file, it's using a service online where it communicates somehow to do this. The reason is to keep the code a little bit more simple. And I have taken consideration of privacy and GDPR, and I will write my own documentation for it. So the version 2 is GDPR compliant. So every time I'm making an update to the program, you will get a notification that a new version is available. Right now it has a version 1 that is out, which is the previous one, and this is version 2, but the script does not distinguish that 2 is higher than 1, it just tells it's different version. And listen to the synthetic voice. Again, everything is remained in one HTML file that you don't have to install in computer, just run it. You can even run it on a web server, like a local club or anything like that. So let's click help, and I'll basically let the AI introduce themselves. Well, the program introduce itself.
Hi, I'm ViewSort, your digital QSL card organizer. My job is to help you sort QSL cards before you send them off. Once you've entered your call sign, just press the Enter key on your keyboard or the green Add QSL Card button. You'll notice as you enter more QSL cards, you'll see a number. This is a temporary number that you write on your QSL card. Once you've entered all the cards, press the spacebar or the blue Submit button and all the cards will be sorted according to the rules of the game. All you have to do after I've sorted them for you is follow the numbers you've written on the card in the order I've put them on your screen. You can generate a PDF with prefix strips for valid countries by clicking the Generate PDF button after sorting. You may experience some errors after I've sorted them, but then you'll read what's wrong and make the recommendation I have given. I wish you a nice day. 7.3.
So that's the version number 2 in Microsoft Edge. All right, so the next part is out of a little bit more sensitive area. This hobby is without any political borders, and should be that, because radio signals travels on over any countries. There is a function in here to exclude countries from, and I'm not doing that out of political reason. The sole reason why I'm doing it is not to overwhelm the QSL manager and the bureaus with cards that they cannot ship. I'm not going to mention name, but I think we all know. I'm so sorry for placing that function in there, but I did it not because of a political standpoint. I did it out of a practical reason. And I promise when everything is settled, I will remove the countries from the excluded list and place it back on the valid one. That's the goal. So don't send me bad messages back, please. I was not happy of doing it. I did it because it was necessary. So this is basically version 1 and 2. Version 1 is out on GitHub, and version 2 I am working on developing, and when I'm done with version 2, I think I have done everything correct. I did notify that there are some countries that prefixes that is valid but not here in the program, and I will update in the next update. Just give me a couple of days and I'll place update number 2 out there. Yeah, so I hope you like the program. So this is ViewSort, and you can go on GitHub by going into this address, github.com/rsignal86 under ViewSort, and you will find my project called ViewSort. All you have to do is click ViewSort, and then you click the file, and then you click download raw file. That's how you're doing it. All right, I hope you liked the episode, and if you think it's a cool little program that I have, just leave a comment. If you have any suggestions, I could do it. Just let me know. I'll try to implement that. You can also, if you know how to program a little bit, you can go onto GitHub, create your own fork out of it, and if it's good, I'll place it back into the main. So with that, I'm saying happy Easter, and I wish all of you a nice day. Bye-bye.